Wow. It's another Monday, man.
Yes, sir.
It's another Monday. I'm raring to go, man. I'm ready to go, man. I am ready to go. I am ready to go today. I'm ready to go, man. So I hope everybody is ready to get rocking and rolling. Everybody right now, share it, invite somebody to come on. I know there's at least 20 people each of you can invite. You don't want to miss tonight. When I tell you you don't want to miss tonight, you don't want to miss tonight. Ray, I think I done tapped into something, man. I think I done tapped into something. I think I have. I think I done tapped into something. So, man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing. I'm amazing. It's cold here in Virginia, but it's good. How's the weather in Florida?
I'm sitting outside.
I'm jealous.
I'm sitting outside, man. So, I mean, I'm like incredible, man. Things are really well. I'm excited about what God is doing. I get an opportunity every week, man, to just kind of share with people, you know, this amazing vision of E3. And I just really believe, man, that we're up to something incredible. And so I wanna definitely invite everybody to join us. Please don't hesitate to invite somebody. I really believe that this is a season where, man, so many incredible and wonderful people are gonna be inspired every day, and I just believe, man, that that we've got a chance to really push people, man, to their next level, man. So I want everybody to join us, and remember, the purpose of E3 is to educate, and to empower, and to equip, enriching and enhancing others to live their best life. And so you definitely don't want to miss it. So I want to encourage everybody to do what you do every week, which is invite people to come on. I see people are coming on, and invite people to join us today. You don't want to miss today. It's going to be, in fact, my night's going to be busy, man. After this, I'm meeting with some of my pastors. Then after that, we come back on and we do the Black Preaching Forum, 8:00, man. So it's like crazy what God is doing, man. And it's crazy, man, how God is pushing us. So I'm just kind of trying to just invite some people on. So y'all give me 30 seconds to do that. And I promise you, man, we're going to get rolling. Ray, go ahead, man.
Now I was going to say, while you're doing that, I think that if all the people who've been watching us from the inception, if you are like me and you have been applying what you've been teaching, sir, then there should be testimonies of growth and concepts and ideas and vision. And so I want to challenge you to do a favor. If something has sparked off since this, if you're starting to see change, do us a favor, start putting it in the comments. Hey, I dusted off my business plans. Hey, I set new goals. Because one of the things that I think that you always say that's important is the goal of E3 is to equip, empower, and to educate. And I think that one of the things that really happens is as we begin to move in what our destiny is and we unlock things, our testimony or our testimonials provide the fuel for somebody else to see that I did it, you can do it. And so each week share it, but also let us know what's going on. We want to celebrate with you.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, man. I think as people begin to trust the unique voice of E3 and they understand the power of it, then they'll begin to say, you know what? Every Monday, I'm going to put it in my calendar. I'm going to put it in my phone. I'm going to remind myself every week that I want to be a part of E3 and what John Guns and Ray Rodson are talking about, you know? And so I'm excited about it. I mean, right now, man, we got one of our St. Paul partners, Kenny Moore, said I started a new LLC from the inspiration I got from Bishop.
That's amazing,
man. That's good stuff, man. And that's exactly what we're trying to do: inspire people to go after their purpose and to live their best life. And so I'm excited. I believe right now that there is something amazing and incredible. And if you'll go ahead and right now just share it with people, if you don't mind, if you'll go ahead and just share it with people. Ray, man, let me ask you a question, man, before we get deep into this. What is it that you believe right now is the most important thing someone can be doing who has a dream and a destiny?
I think the most important thing, sir, that someone can do is write it down.
Wow.
Here's the truth. A vision without a vision that is not written down is simply just a dream. Here's the
Right.
problem with dreams. The problem with dreams is, if you're like me, sometimes you have amazing dreams, but when you wake up, you can't remember all of it.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And so writing it down. And so you've been real committed to that.
Yes,
Writing
sir.
out your vision, writing out your dreams, and just kind of pushing yourself. And so it's interesting, man. I'm in a really amazing place myself, man, where I've just decided that, I'm just gonna go after everything. I'm gonna go after everything God has for me. And one of the things that's starting to happen is, man, people are starting to just come to me with ideas and opportunities, right? And I'm sitting here, man, just living off of the energy and feeling great about the things, man, that God is releasing to me and allowing other people to come to me with. So I'm looking forward to just the opportunity to encourage, inspire, and to continue to motivate people. So everybody invite somebody right now. Make sure people, know and understand it. Listen, this is E3 every Monday. This is what we're going to be doing.
So,
So,
I know you got something to do, so I'm gonna step out the way, because here's the truth. I know we were short on time, but I want to step out the way so they can begin to hear what you have tonight, because I've had a chance to see the notes. It's powerful. I promise you, you want to stay the entire time. You don't want to click off and find something else to do. Get your pen, get your paper, get out the note section on your device, because I promise you, there are some golden nuggets tonight that he's getting ready to drop, that it would be foolish to click away from this to see somebody else's status when he's giving you statuses that'll change your life. I'm stepping out the way, sir.
man, listen, I want to talk about tonight maximizing challenging seasons. I want to talk about maximizing challenging seasons. Now, let's be very transparent. This has been for many of us a challenging season, right? It's been some things that have happened that we never thought, we would have to deal with. And so a lot of people right now aren't really where they need to be in terms of headspace because they don't understand how to maximize this season. And so part of what I'm doing now is I'm walking through ways by which you can maximize this season. Because when I tell you that this is a season that should be maximized, when I tell you that this is a season that should basically work for you, and that this is a season where you should be just like thriving, I want to suggest that there are glorious, wonderful, amazing opportunities for you to achieve what you've been built and created to achieve, even in what is a challenging season. So what is a challenging season? A challenging season are dealing with obstacles and opportunities that can either go in your direction, in your favor, or can go against you and can ultimately stymie and suffocate you. So I believe that God gives us these seasons that are challenging so that we can be stretched to be the best we can be. So let's jump right in and deal with this. Let me give you the principles for tonight. And again, I want you to take time, I want you to write them out, and I want you to then apply them to your life. Let's begin. The first principle I want to give you tonight, right, in maximizing and understand, I didn't say enduring a challenging season, because we're going to get past just going through it. We're going to get past just surviving it to now thriving in it. So here's the first one: maximizing a challenging season. Watch this. You must embrace time as your ally and your enemy. Okay, watch this. You must embrace time as your ally and as your enemy. Now, there's a quote that I want to throw at you. Arthur Schopenhauer has this amazing quote, and here it is: "The common man is not concerned about the passage of time. The man of talent is driven by it." Okay, You see it? The common man is not concerned about the passage of time. The man of talent is driven by it. Time is your enemy when you take every day and you mishandle it by not fulfilling your dream and your destiny and your purpose. Time is your enemy. Make sure you get this. Time is your enemy when you don't spend the time to maximize it, when you don't spend the time to put the work in, when you don't spend the time to make that day work for you. One of the most amazing things then about embracing time as your ally is that you take advantage of the day and what's embedded in the day. And then when there are curveballs thrown, or when there are things embedded in your day that you didn't plan for, you don't become frustrated by it. You ready? You become inspired to see how that now fits into what you plan to do. Did you get it? So the person then who understands time as an ally will find themselves using the dynamics and details of the day as a means of appropriating what's in you to accomplish. So many of us, Ray, mismanage time because we become distracted by those things that don't feed into what we're trying to accomplish. But I want to challenge you, even right now, with those of you who say every Monday at 6 o'clock, I'm listening. Well, I want to challenge you, even in this, to take advantage of it. Here's the second thing, and this hit me really hard. Make appropriate changes in your space. Make appropriate changes in your space. I want to suggest that this is done two ways. One, evaluate what's working and not working based upon your vision. Evaluate what's working and not working based upon your vision. What is it that you have in your space that's not fulfilling your purpose? What do you have in your space that is not helpful to what you're trying to get done? It is important in this season, when you're maximizing it, that you evaluate your space. Stop. Look at what you're doing. Stop. Look at where you are. Stop. Look at what you're trying to accomplish. Stop. Look at the things that are in front of you, and then ask yourself some really tough questions. Is this helpful to me? Does this help me get to where I want to get to? Am I able to fulfill my purpose and my destiny with this in my space? Okay, what do I need to change about the space I work in? What do I need to change about the space I rest in? What do I need to change about the people I'm connected to that's in my space? Some people love you dearly, but they don't know how to help you. So they become frustrating because in your space, you're trying to accomplish things. In your space, you're trying to get things done. But here's the second thing. Be courageous to reorder your life based on your vision, right? This is the second thing tied to making appropriate change. Be willing to reorder your life based upon your vision. What does that mean? I want to suggest three things. First thing is reorder your time. I told you a couple of weeks ago, if it's not in your calendar, it's not important. If it's not on your if it's not on your board of things to do, every week I do this. Now, I know you can't really see it, but every week I do this, right? I do this. Now, I got to go and update this for this week, right? But every week I do this, right? I write it out. And then I go and I look at my calendar, and again, I'm not sure if you can see it. I look at my calendar and I put in my calendar the things. So yeah, you can't see it, it's all white, but I put in my calendar the things that match and fit what I'm trying to accomplish. Okay. So if you wake up every day and you just simply go about the day, but you've calendared nothing that is attached to your vision, then that means that your vision is only a good idea that will ultimately frustrate you. You ready? If you don't calendar your vision, right? If you don't calendar your vision, like if you're working on something right now, one of our partners, Sister LaJona, Minister LaJona, is working on her PhD. Is she calendaring This is the hours I study. This is the hours I spend with my daughter. This is the hours that I'm spending reading the word. This is the time that I'm doing da 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 da. As you become that intentional with your life, instead of waking up and then just kind of going through the day, right? You wake up and you just go through the day, right? And then you just kind of, the things that come to you, you say, okay, I'll go do this now. And then something else comes. You go, okay, let me stop that and I'll go do this. And then something else comes. So if you're trying to finish your project, let's say you're working on a book. Let's say you're working on music. Let's say you're working on a business, right? Let's say you're working on some kind of project, right? And you sit there and you go, okay, let me get up. I need to go to work, okay? And then the phone rings. Then all of a sudden you spend 45 minutes on the phone talking to somebody, right? And then you hang up the phone and you say, okay, let me go back to this. And then all of a sudden the phone rings again. And now you're off to that, right? Or you're sitting down, you pick up your phone, you go to Facebook, right? And then you spend 30 minutes scrolling through Facebook, but you've not written one word. You've not made any phone calls connected to what you're trying to build. You've not sent any emails that's connected to the building of your business or the building of your dream. And then by the time you get to the end of the day, you go, whew, I'm tired. From what though? What are you tired from? Clearly, the things that you should have been focused on, you didn't focus. So you got to have the courage to reorder your life. Because if you don't have the courage to reorder your life, then you can't be like the quote at the beginning. The common man is not concerned about the passage of time. They don't even really care. The man or the woman who doesn't understand the power of time, they wake up every day. They don't really care about time, right? But the person of talent, the person with vision, they care about time. And they go, okay, I can't blow this. So I got to set this aside so I can focus on this. Watch this. When you do this, you'll begin to notice how the people in your space will respect your time, right? You'll begin to notice how the people in your space will respect your time. Some of you are preachers. What do you do to work on your preaching? You say, well, I don't preach that much. Maybe that's why. Because you've not given God anything that God says, you know what? I can trust you because I see you working at it. What are you putting your time in? How are you calendaring your time? That's something you're going to hear from me a lot. How are you calendaring your time? Are you reordering your life? And it takes courage to reorder your life around your dream. It takes courage to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Here's the third thing. You must perfect positive self-talk. This has become so important to me. I mean, when I tell you this is like huge to me right now, you must perfect positive conversation. You must perfect positive conversation. I've discovered something. People who perfect positive conversation are always on the verge of something new. People who perfect positive conversation are always on the verge of something new. It is exciting to me to listen to someone who understands the power of positive self-talk. For years, I believed in humility as a foundational trait, and I still do. But over the last few weeks, I've come to understand that humility is not the negation of celebrating who I am. Let me say something to you again that I need everybody to get. And please don't miss this. When you engage in positive self-talk, you are agreeing with God's creative intent. Don't miss this. When you engage in positive self-talk, you are agreeing with God's creative intent. If you think that God created you to fail, you think that God created you to have bad relationships, you think God created you, to work in a dead-end job, if you think that God created you to raise, low-performing, disobedient children, then keep saying that. If you think God created you to always focus on your limitations and on your and on low expectations, then stay there. But if you believe that God has created you for something amazing, this is huge, you'll begin to do the necessary work. So here's one of the quotes that has really changed my life. And I really started using this quote. I discovered this quote about a week ago, and it has literally begun to change my life. It's by German Kent. And the quote says, convince yourself every day that you are worthy of a good life. Let go of stress, breathe, stay positive, all is well. This quote for me is life changing. And here's why. Because when you engage in positive self talk, you are literally convincing yourself that you are loved, that you are valued. But also, when you engage in positive self talk, you ready for a major consequence? When you engage in positive self talk, you also minimize negative conversations with other people. And you change your perspective of how you see things. So, like yesterday, my wife and I had a really quiet Valentine's Day. We didn't do a whole lot. We didn't go out, none of that. But we did. We had an amazing day. So at the end of the day, I look back at the day and I said, man, what an amazing day. And here's why. Because I've made a decision that I'm going to do the best I can to speak to me about me for the good of God. Okay, Ray, they want to see the quote again. Can you put that quote back up? It's an amazing quote, right? And it's one that I've now made as one of the daily quotes that I've embraced every day. Convince yourself every day you're worthy of a good life. Let go of stress. Breathe. Stay positive. All is well. Can I encourage you to spend more time speaking life to yourself? Spend more time telling yourself that that you're wonderful and that you're amazing and that God has created you to do incredible and awesome things. It is important that you become someone who speaks life to yourself. Don't wait on other people to tell you that you're good at this. Don't wait on other people to call you beautiful. Don't wait on other people to call you handsome. Don't wait on other people to tell you that you're loved. Don't wait on other people to tell you you're special. If you speak life to yourself, then that will come to you, because watch this. I want everybody to put this in the thread. You will become a magnet for your spoken desires. You will become a magnet. I've been saying to God through this pandemic, God, make me creative enough that opportunities and positive people will be drawn to me. And that's exactly what God's been doing. I've seen Pastor G and my wife and I really live out some amazing things because we have started to, because we understand the power of speaking life. My wife, when I first met her, would always talk about the power of confession. And even as a preacher, I understood that and I understand that. And now as someone who's engaged in this motivational ministry that I'm embracing, I understand it. So you know what I tell myself now, Lakeisha? You know what I tell myself, LaJona? I have something to offer. You know what I tell myself? I am capable of helping other people. I've been a preacher for 35 years. But now I'm starting to grab a hold that I have something to offer. So guess what? I expect people to come on. I intentionally invite people every Monday because I believe that I have something to offer. Do you believe that you have something to offer the world? Do you believe that your life matters and that you breathing every day is important? Right now, our church is reading through the book of Philippians. So everybody should have read chapter 2 by now, or we'll read it before the day is over. There's a wonderful thing Paul says in Philippians chapter 1, right? He makes this amazing statement in Philippians chapter 1. He says, watch this. I desire to die and go be with the Lord, but it's better for me to stay so that you can benefit from my life. Wow. Did you get that? He said, dying, yes, it is a desire because of the exhaustion and the demand. But here's what's amazing. It's better that I stay alive. Why? Because I have something to offer. I want every one of you to put in the thread right now. Some of you have already started doing. I want you to put in the thread. I have something to offer. You matter. And because you matter, you bring something to the world space. You bring something to the universe that no one else can bring. And because you bring something unique to the universe, you are now a creative energy. You're a force to be reckoned with. So that's why the forces of evil work so hard to mute you and to damage you, because the forces of evil understand you have something to offer. So you don't mute your voice. You're not afraid to ask people to help you. You now invite people into your space and say, hey, work with me, walk with me, watch me, because I have something that I offer. But here's the fourth thing. You ready? If you're going to maximize a challenging season, here's the fourth thing. You must solidify and, when needed, rebuild your space with skilled people who bring visionary energy. Please don't miss what I just said. You must solidify your space, right? But you must have the courage to rebuild your space with people who bring visionary energy. Today I was on a call with two people. You know, they asked me to jump on a call about a possible idea, amazing idea. Picked up the phone immediately, called Ray. Ray said, yeah, Bishop, I know about that. And we started talking like, oh my God, Ray said it to me 2 months ago, but I wasn't in a space to hear it. So now I'm sitting here going, wow, God, you brought the idea back around. And here's the key. When you have skilled people in your life, like I've got Ray, right? When you got skilled people in your life, what they do is that they help you bring energy to your space because they bring vision. They bring the energy of vision. Oh, this is so good. Who in your life is visionary? Who in your life can bring that energy? There's nothing worse being a leader and not having skilled people. And I'm not just talking about, the ability to do something. I'm talking about people who bring the energy. But here's a part of it. You won't even be capable of attracting visionary energy if you are a negative person yourself. People don't help negative people. No one ever invests money in a dead person. The moment someone dies, no one now writes a $1 million check to someone not living. But they will write a $1 million check to someone who is breathing and vibrant and filled with vitality. I want to say this to you. Don't be dead breathing and expect investment. There were people who've invested $56 into the E3 family vision. Here's why. Because they see the energy in me. Nobody invests resources. Nobody invests ideas in someone who is miserable and unattractive, someone who complains all the time. People only invest energy in those who bring energy. People invest energy in those who bring energy. So imagine if you wake up every day and you say, the day's going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be effective. I'm going to be productive. This is going to work, and I'm going to press through to make sure it does. 3 things then, when you have these people who are visionary in their own energy and they share that energy with you. First thing, give them permission to stretch you. Don't be in the space with anybody who you can't be inspired by, who you can't be motivated by. Give them the energy to stretch you. I need about 10 of y'all to invite somebody right now because it's about to get deeper. Man, it's about to get real good. Watch this. Give them the energy. Give them permission to stretch you. Give them permission to make you think, okay, maybe that is possible. See, right now, I'm talking to some people who are literally stretching me. I mean, literally stretching me. Just like, whoa, okay. Can you imagine? Watch this. The idea today. Can you imagine sitting around, engaging in building out something? Building out something. You ready? Building out something that now is residual income. You wake up every day and check your account and it's grown. You went to bed and woke up and your account grew. Why? Because your vision is attracting. So you got to give people permission to stretch you. right? Secondly, stay a student. Stay a student. Tonight at 8 o'clock, I'm doing something with 4 of my friends. It's called Black Preaching Then and Now. I'm doing it with those 4 because those 4 men stretch me. Those 4 men push me. Those 4 men won't let me be an average preacher. Who are you connected to? Who are you able to sit at their feet, even if they're your peer, right? Here you are with open doors. So who are you? And watch this. And this is the intelligence and genius of a student. You ready? Ready, James Terrell? You ready? Don Michelle? Watch this, Sierra. Those of you who get what I'm getting tonight, you don't wait for them to make the phone call. You now make the phone call. You now go after the knowledge. Instead, you sitting around going, I'm busy over here and I'm busy over there. No, you start going, hey, John, I want to bounce something off you. There are times when I get ready to preach that I literally will pick up the phone and call Jerry Carter. Say, hey, Jerry, I'm working on the sermon. I'll call Charles Goodman. Hey, man, I'm working on the sermon. What do you think? I'll call Derek Triplett. Hey, man, working on the sermon. What do you think? You know, there are times when I bounce sermons off of my wife. There are times when I bounce sermons off of my son-in-law. Why? Because here's what I've discovered. When you stay a student, everybody can teach you. Okay, that's big. I need everybody to write, stay a student. When you stay a student, everybody can teach you. And so I want to give you the last thing to this, which is empower their insights. Don't ask people to help you and then argue their insights. Ego will always make you be combative. That's really good. Ego will always make you be combative, right? Ego will always make you go, but I see it this way. But I think it can be done. Okay, but you were asking for help. You came to someone and you listen, nothing is worse than being in a relationship with someone and you see some stuff that they don't see, and then you offer it to them, and what they say to you is, you know what? I'll take it under consideration. Oh, listen, real talk. I've been preaching 35 years. Who wouldn't want to sit with me? If you're trying to learn how to preach, who wouldn't want to talk to John Guns about preaching? I mean, I'm considered a tremendous preacher, right? I got 35 years of experience. You know, The Tipping Point. You know the book, The Tipping Point? The book, The Tipping Point says, if you do something 10,000 hours, you'll become an expert at it. What's up, Bercy? You'll become an expert at it. So here's your mistake. The experts you want in your life, you only want them to agree with you. There are times when the expert, the person that God puts in your life says, nah, that's not the best way to do it. Or you need to trust this, or you need to work on this, and you don't get it. Because if you don't understand the power of empowering their insights, you'll never grow. Okay, here's the next thing, right? This goes back to self-talk, but I made it separately. Convince yourself you're gifted, capable, and equipped. Convince yourself. Our church is getting ready to introduce a new fire minister, right? And the one thing I want him to be able to do, he's listening now, I want him, without the experience of being it, to believe he can do it. So again, positive self-talk. You got to convince yourself. And then as you convince yourself, what you do is that you begin to change everything around you. Here's the next one. And I love this one. And I've gotten better at this one. Have goals with deadlines. Have goals with deadlines. And then celebrate yourself when you reach it. Have goals with deadlines. And then celebrate yourself when you reach it. What does that mean? It's one of the most important things I'm going to share with you. When you have a goal and you say, okay, I'm trying to finish this book by March, or I'm trying to have this business launch by April, or I'm trying to accomplish this by whenever, and you accomplish it, then Quinn, what happens is now, Cotton, you begin to build up your confidence. You begin to say to yourself, Michelle, wow, I can really do this because I finished this. So the importance of having goals with deadlines is that you make yourself accountable, which means that now you're not just waking up to get through the day. You're waking up to get to the goal. You're not waking up to get through the day. You're waking up to get to the goal. That's the John Guns, right? So wake up every day, not to get through the day, but to get to the goal. What is the objective? So every week, and again, I haven't changed this yet, but every week I write on this board, right? And when I get to the end of the week, I look at the board and I see that I have that meeting, right? What came out of that meeting? I all do this internally, okay? Did I work on this? And did I accomplish this? Okay, I'm writing this. Am I doing this? So like every week, I do 2 separate sets of quotes. The first set of quotes I do is the quotes for social media, right? And then I do the quotes for the E3 Inspirational Texas. And now I'm 2 weeks ahead. I've written quotes for 2 weeks, sent them to Ray and to Cornetta. So now I've opened up space to begin to work on other things. Are you getting this? That's a goal of mine, to stay a week ahead. So now that I've accomplished that goal, I feel good. Like, wow, this is great. What goals do you have? If you have a goal for the end of the year, what is your tracking towards it? If you sit down and have a deep conversation, people say, man, I'm working on this and I'm trying to get this done. And I'm doing this. And then you look up and you have no deadline for it. You know what's going to happen? You're not going to reach the goal, because there's going to always be intermittent distractions that will pull you from execution. Here's the other thing. Commit to a routine that accelerates your progress. Wow. Commit to a routine. But here's the power of the routine. The routine accelerates progress. Now you're committed to doing something every day. So I go back. I write every day. I'm doing these quotes. Now I'm 2 weeks ahead with my quotes. It's giving me now space to go do some other things that's tied to the quotes. You got it? What are you doing to accelerate you? What are you doing to accelerate you? I love now my morning routine. I get up every day and I read the prescribed passage, right? And then I read 20 minutes. I do the morning inspiration. I do every Monday through Friday, I do a morning inspirational 2-minute message, right? And if any of you ever want to become a part of that community, it's amazing. And I do these 2 minutes and then I send it out, right? I send it out much later today, but I send it out every day, right? It used to be just a prayer call. Now it's inspiration with the prayer. I send it out every day. That's my morning routine. And then I look at my board and I start looking at the things I need to accomplish. Sometimes I watch Morning Joe so I can just stay focused. So I know what's going on in the world. And I can, but here's why I watch Morning Joe. I don't watch Morning Joe because of the dismal. I watch Morning Joe because watching them in conversation helps me develop how I need to communicate. Again, it's a part of my routine and it's about making me better. Here's the last point. You ready? Here's the last point. And this is so important. The last point in having goals with deadlines is that you find yourself walking out your life. Zig Ziglar once said, and I love this quote. Zig Ziglar once said, if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. Wow. If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. So what are our takeaways from tonight? Let me give you 3 important takeaways from tonight. Every season is a productive one. That's the first takeaway. Every season is a productive one. The second takeaway is no season is wasted if you are effective in managing time. Every season is a productive one, but no season is wasted if you are effective in managing time. And here's the third thing: grow to the point that you only trust people who are growing. Wow. Grow to the point that you only trust people who are growing. Grow to the point that you only trust people who are growing. If someone is in my life and they're not growing, I can't trust them anymore. I can't trust people who are okay and they have no passion and no desire to be better. I can't trust people who are critical, but they're not a partner in my life. You can tell me I need to do it better when I think you really care. But for you to just tell me I need to do it better, and I know that you have no desire to help me, and you have no desire to walk it out with me, or allow me to walk it out with you, then I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm 56 years old. I have 10 years to get St. Paul to a certain place, but I've got the rest of my life to get to the destiny that I desire. So I've got three major goals in my life, and I'm done. The first goal I have is to create residual income that works for me while I'm asleep. That's the first thing. I want to create residual income that works for me while I'm asleep. Secondly, I want to produce everything I'm capable of producing. But here's the third thing: I want to empower people to live their best lives. And that's why I do E3 every Monday at 6 o'clock. Everything I give you because I believe it works. Some of it is what I'm reading, some of it is what I'm reflecting on, but all of it is what's influencing me. So I want to ask you to do two things right now with me. First thing is, if you have not joined the E3 community, right? We're now up to over 300 people. Wow. We're up to over 300 people. If you have not joined the E3 family, do it right now. Text E3 to 84576. Text E3 to 84576 right now and join the E3 family. If you've not joined, I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you for anything. I want to impart, I want to empower you. I want to impact you. So every day I send out inspirational texts Monday through Friday, right? Every Monday through Friday, you're going to get a text from me. But here's the other thing. I'm going to also, once a month, just spontaneously, I'm going to drop in that group a free download. I'm going to drop in that group a free download. It's a sermon, something I've been teaching. I'm going to drop a free download. I'm not asking you to do anything with it. I'm just going to drop it in there. You can click on the link. Last time we had over 80 people take advantage of the free download, right? And it's just going to be something I've preached or something I've taught or something I'm thinking about. I'm going to drop it in there, right, for you. And here's the other thing. I am building out E3. I have a vision for it. It's a global vision. And so I'm asking for partners. And there have been many people who have already started to invest. And I thank you for that. But if you want to become a part of furthering this vision, I want you right now to join the E3 Engager Circle with the donation, with an investment of $56. You can go to $E3JEG, $E3JEG right now and invest $56 in helping me build out this amazing and incredible opportunity. Ray is getting ready to redo my whole website, my whole look. I've got people helping me to kind of reconstruct everything I'm doing. And so in a couple of weeks, we're going to drop a whole new website, right? We're changing everything. Embedded in that website is going to be product, and it's going to be curriculum. It's going to be things that you can download for your personal growth. It's going to be things that I'm working on. And so I want to challenge you right now to help me reach that goal. Here's one of the things I discovered in this season. If you don't ask, you don't move forward. And so right now, there are 10 people who have not done it yet. Some of you have, and I thank you. I thank you for doing it. You're going to benefit from it. Okay, in March, I'm doing the E3 Engagers Weekend. It's going to be amazing. Those who invested $56, you're going to be invited, and you're going to be invited for nothing. But those who didn't, I'm going to ask them to give a small, registration fee to spend Friday night and Saturday with me, Saturday during the day with me. And so I want to encourage you right now to do two things. One, if you're not a part of it, I want you to text E3 to 84576. E3 to 84576. And then secondly, I want to challenge 10 of you to become partners with me by investing $56 in the E3 community. And you can do so by going to Cash App, $E3JEG. Do not miss a season to go after your dreams. Because here's what I discovered. When you go after your dreams, you force everybody and everything to respect who you are. When you go after your dreams, you force people to respect who you are. When you go after your dreams, you command your space to agree with you. I want to call you to a place where you will be so motivated, so inspired until you will go after your dreams. Listen, I've had a great time tonight sharing with you every Monday, 6 o'clock. I try to do it in 30, 35 minutes. I've been going over because I got so much content. And so thank you guys for staying and hanging in. Join us tonight at 8 o'clock for the Black Preachers Forum. Jerry Carter, Bill Curtis, Jeff Dennis, Fred Fairley, and myself going to be talking about preaching. And we're doing it because every day we text each other and we've built a brotherhood. And so we're going to be sharing some incredible things. Ray, my brother, thank you so much. Listen, if any of you want your vision, your dream, and your vision to go to the next level, you need to reach out to Ray Rowson. You need to reach out to Ray Rowson. He just put it on the screen. Come on back, Ray. RayRowson.com. Go. Ray is helping me build out my dream. He's helping me build out my dream. The brother's amazing. He's incredible. He's visionary. And I promise you, you connect to Ray, you're going to be absolutely amazed at how much he helps you on with what you're doing. So thank you, Ray, man.
Incredible as always. I told you all, get your pen and your pad. I think that every week, here's what happens. And this is why it's so important. I'm here with my phone taking notes. So important to get this. Each week, whether you realize it or not, you have an opportunity to go through an intensive on success. E3, in essence, is giving everyone who's watching a 30-minute intensive on success and successful living, because it doesn't make any sense to be able to finally accomplish your dreams and not be able to have the tools that's been taught. If you've been watching every week, one of the things that you've seen is that Dr. Guns, what's happening is you started at this foundation, now this house is building.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
And so I think it's incredible. Again, to everyone, as Bishop said, if you haven't already signed up for E3, you want to go ahead and tie into that. You definitely want to, those who can. Here's the truth. I want to put a challenge out if I can, Dr. Guns. I want to challenge 20 people tonight who listen, who have not already done so, to go ahead and become a part of the investor circle. Here's the truth. $56, if we be honest, is not a lot of money to ask. It's not about the money. It's about the sacrifice and the investment. Right now, there are people who took some stock tips a few weeks ago, and Dr. Guns will share them from time to time with me. And for the minimal investment, a few weeks later, they've seen such a huge return.
Absolutely.
There would have been no return if they had not trusted the source that said you need to invest now.
That's really good.
You need to invest now. This is proven results. You're seeing it every week. Don't waste time. Don't say I'll do it another day, because here's what you don't want to happen. You don't want to be one of the ones, and I'll stop talking, forgive me for this. You don't want to be one of the ones who miss the opportunity because of slowfulness. When you talk about success, the successful individual, and Dr. Guns has spoken about this several times, and even tonight, the successful individual is the one who can see the opportunity, sees the opportunity right then, and they're hungry for it. And I'm telling you, I've grown tremendously. You're growing tremendously. You're already a part of the family. Listen, you've already been flirting with us. You come up, you share the post. Come on, make this thing official.
Make it official. And I'll close with this. I had an amazing moment last night. I said this to my wife. I looked at her and I said, you know what? I now look at my life and all the material I need to build the life I want, I have in my possession. Here's what's amazing. Many of you have the material to build out your life. The question really becomes, do you understand what to do with that material? Whenever you get ready to build a new house, and Tori James, you can speak to this. Whenever you get ready to build a new house, here's what's powerful about a new house. Whenever you get ready to build a new house, you know that they already have all of the material. It may be in the warehouse, but they have access to it. Many of you already have the material to build out your life. You just got to start now building, using a plan to build it.
Wow. So, okay, you got to go. So we got
to go.
But you just said something heavy. In theory, to everybody watching, in theory, when you connect to E3, you are connecting to a proven architect.
That's a part of helping you build out your life.
And sketch out. Wow.
Yeah. Because reality is for whatever it's worth, I have 35 years of incredible ministry success. But more importantly, after 35 years, I can look at life, not just as a preacher, but as a man, and see all the things that I've been able to start from scratch. Operation Save Our Sons, Seminary on Sunday, just to name a few. Transforming communities, CDC. All the things I've been able to start from scratch with the help of God and with the great help of many incredible magnets. Start these things. So I know how to start. And now I'm building on how to finish. Once you learn that you got the material, now you need the plan. And when the plan is in place and you take that material, you're going to build a mansion. Go build out your life. Hey, E3 is here for you. Thank you, guys. My name is John Guns, and you are?
I'm Ray Rowson.
Hey, man, and we're E3. Every Monday. Check us out. And listen, go check out RayRowson.com. You don't do nothing, just go to his website. Check him out. I promise you, if you got any dream, any vision, you're trying to do anything creatively, this is the dude. He wouldn't even be on my team, and I wouldn't be on his team if I didn't think he was a Super Bowl champ.
And here's your testimonial for the night, people. And then we're gone. RayRowson.com was an idea that was locked in my head. That by connecting with Dr. John Guns, Bishop John Guns, and following the same principles that you're doing, I'm taking notes every week, pushed me to understand that it being stuck in my head meant that it was currently a prisoner to my thoughts. Opportunity to be
Ray.
What it wanted.
Ray, shut up, Ray. Stop. These people got someplace to be. They got someplace to be. Don't do that, Ray. Don't do that. We're going to be back next week. We're going to talk about unlocking the thoughts in your head. How about that? We're going to talk about unlocking, right? Because the day is the day that you maximize this season. Be blessed, everybody. I know that was good. That was good. Wasn't it, Pastor G? That was good, Don. We'll see y'all next week. We love you guys. Hopefully, man, y'all will watch us at 8 o'clock. Be blessed, everybody.